starts. That's why you throw them,
I wanted you to see for yourself this time.
Paint stripper again.
Looks like it. Same as on the boot the other week, and I only got it back from having that done this morning.
What do you intend doing about it, eh?
What time did you arrive in work?
About 11:30. I parked in my bay. First I knew about it was when the wife came to pick me up for lunch.
I couldn't believe it had happened again.
Well, if you'd like to come back inside, I'll get the details.
Jack, let's go. We'll do this later.
Look, I want to get it sorted now. It won't take long.
You'll have to move this first.
Can't you stretch a point, Constable?
Leave it. We'll come back another time. Thanks.
Sir?
Jack.
Some other time.
Just as you like.
Who was that, Tony?
Goodall. Jack Goodall. Do you know him?
Yeah, a while back when I was on traffic.
His car's being done over. Paint stripper, twice in a fortnight. His locks were super glue before that.
Lives round here, does he?
A new business on the industrial estate. Goodall and Ferris. Someone's got it in for him by the look of it. Why, any ideas?
No. Face just rang a bell, that's all.
Must have been a very sharp knife. Small mercies, I suppose. They didn't have to dig bits of beer bottle out of them.
The hero's return must be going up in the world.
Ryan.
I didn't really see it, Tar.
What does that mean, you didn't really see it?
I didn't really see it. I was busy, like I am now. Yes?
If you'd given us a statement last night, I wouldn't need to bother you now.
If I hung around every time we had a ruck at closing time, I'd never get home. Tar, that's right.
You know he was underage, this lad? 17.
Tell the governor. No skin off my nose, I just work here.
Look, this is serious. He might die.
We've all got to go sometime.
Charming.
Oh, all right. Let me serve him and we'll go in the other bar. But I didn't really see it. Yes, love?
He just come at me.
What, just like that? No warning?
He tripped over my foot, didn't he?
And then he had a go at you?
Yeah.
Was he by himself?
Yeah.
Did you recognise him?
No, never seen him before. Maybe it was racial.
Well, why'd you say that?
Well, he was white, weren't he?
Well, did he say anything, Brian? Call you names?
Might have. Can't remember, can I?
I don't know, it was a knife. Handle, blade, sharp, a knife.
Long, short, what was it like?
Oh, silly me, I never asked him. Excuse me, would you mind stop slashing his face for a minute? Give us a butcher's at your knife.
There must have been something about it, surely, come on.
It wasn't straight, not like a kitchen knife. No, it sort of had a curve, went over at the end. Craig, change over to the other one like I showed you yesterday. He's only got 2 brain cells, that one, and they're fighting.
Those figures, sir. Break-ins on 3 and 4 beers.
Thank you. Have you got the list of the new units yet in the shopping mall?
I'm going out there right now, sir. I'll have it with you in the morning.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah, she's sure. Miserable piece of work, but I bet she never misses a trick. Says they're regulars, often in together, very chummy with each other.
Did you give a name?
No, reasonable description, though. Bit older than Grant, 6 foot, dark hair, always wears a red baseball cap. Let's give it another go.
Brian, this is Detective Sergeant Gregg.
Yeah.
Hello, Brian. How you feeling?
How do you think?
Nasty business.
Yeah.
I understand you told my colleague you didn't recognise the bloke who attacked you.
Never seen him before.
Well, now, Brian, that's not true, is it?
Says who?
Look, this bloke did you a serious injury.
Ryan! Oh, God, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I only just heard.
Got to change his dressing now. You'll have to leave for the moment.
But I only just got here.
We'll come back in 10 minutes.
Why don't we go and find a coffee, eh?
Last month's presents, Mr. Smollett.
Thanks
There
a
you
lot.
go. No, put it away.
No, I'll pay, thanks, Maggie.
Look a bit sad, don't they? Call it a quid.
Oh, you'll never get rich.
Been going out long?
About 6 months. He'll be okay, won't he?
You'll have to ask the doctors.
See, the thing is, Julie, you won't tell us who did it.
Does he know then?
We think he does, yes.
Do you know any of his mates, the ones he goes drinking with?
Some of them.
Any of them wear a red baseball cap? Who is it?
He was in a very bad way last night, Julie. If the wound had been an inch to the left, you could have been visiting him in the morgue, not the hospital.
Paul Reynolds.
Do you know where he lives?
Woolston Estate. Riffin House.
Know the number?
It's on the first floor. 43, I think.
Can you think of a reason why he'd attacked Brian?
No. No, I can't.
It's lovely to see you, Ron. There. Oh, thanks. It was a nice thought.
How you getting on?
I still have days. We left a big gap. Anyway. How are things with you?
Fine, fine. Plodding along, you know.
You don't miss your old job?
No, give me a nice cosy office any day.
Well, at least you don't have to deal with... well, with things like...
No, I don't. Linda, I've got a bit of a shock for you.
What? Not Graham?
Oh, no, no, no. No, nothing like that. No, Goodall's here, in the area. Just moved in. You didn't know, did you?
No. You mean I might just see him in the street? I don't know what I'd do.
Cross to the other side. Leave him alone.
That's more than he deserves.
He shouldn't have got off. I know that.
30 feet, you said in court. Alec went 30 feet when he was hit, and then he ran right over him. I don't know if I could cross to the other side.
You don't think Graham could have seen him, do you?
No. What he'd have said. Why?
There's been some deliberate damage to his car. Several incidents since he moved here.
Well, it couldn't be Graham. He'd have said if he'd seen him.
How's he getting on?
Oh, he's got a new job. Leamings, you know, in the drawing office. What?
That's where Goodall's new place is. Same estate.
Well, that doesn't mean it's him.
I'm afraid it's grounds for suspicion.
If it is him, if it is, I'll speak to him. I'll make him stop. You don't have to tell anyone.
It's a criminal act. I can only do my job, Linda.
What about before the ambulance came? Holding Alec's hand, holding mine, seeing me and Graham through the inquest, the trial, keeping in touch since. Was that only your job?
If the trouble stops, I won't say anything.
You're a kind man.
Your CRO check on Paul Reynolds negative, Jim, but Kathy Marshall turned up something.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Strongly suspected of being actively concerned in recent break-ins and thefts in Waverley Road area. And there's a request to keep Tosh Lyons informed of any dealings. I'm putting him on.
Hi, Jim, it's Tosh. Hey, mate, listen, are you going into the address?
We're on our way there now, Tosh.
Right, well, do us a favour, mate, will you? Keep your eyes peeled when you get in there.
I think someone wants a word with you.
Not me, mate.
Keep still or I'll break your arm.
Are you all right, Ron?
Oh, done me wrist, I think.
All right, I'm not going anywhere, am I?
Sheriff Oscar from DC Carver.
Go ahead, Jim.
Any transport available to take an injured collator to casualty?
Say again, injured what?
We've got Ron Smollett needing treatment. It's not serious, I don't think.
I'll get a pounder over. What's Ron doing with you?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. Location is a garage block on the Woolston estate.
Good. Sierra Oscar out.
It came out of their fifth one along.
You are Paul Reynolds.
So what?
You've been arrested on suspicion of causing grievous bodily harm. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you say may be put in writing and used in evidence.
Key?
What for?
We want the knife.
What knife?
Oh, don't mess us about, Paul. Give him the key.
Carpet fitter, are we?
I'm thinking of taking it up, yeah.
What's under here?
I've no idea.
You starting a collection?
I hope it's not going to be a long wait.
2 hours it took when I got that splinter in my foot. Did I ever tell you about that?
Yes, Ray.
Sierra Oscar 85 from Sierra Oscar. Receiving?
Receiving. Go ahead, Sarge.
Where are you, Reg?
I've just dropped in run off at Casualty now, Sarge.
Quick as you can to Claremont Road on the industrial estate. Unit 17. Goodall and Ferris disturbance.
Say again the name of the firm, Sarge. You're cracking up.
That's Goodall and Ferris. A disturbance.
No, right you are, Sarge. On our way. Good luck, Ronnie.
From Leaming's round the corner.
Oh, yeah. Would you be the gentleman who called us, Mr.
Wow, no, but I know him. He works for me. His name's Graham Rogers.
Well, you happen to know what this is about, Mr.
Well, you won't let me get near him.
What's the matter, Graham?
Just ask him, he'll tell you.
Why don't you put that down then?
He's a murderer.
Should we take him?
No, he's had it. Look at him. Look, you don't want to hurt anybody, do you, Graham? Myself or this officer?
No.
Well, put that down then.
Look, I will if you talk to Goodall. Just make him tell you.
Oh.
Make him tell you. Just get him to tell you, all right?
Okay, you all right? Look, just leave it to me. I'll handle it. For God's sake, Susan, you can't change what happened. Just hope this is the end of it. Now, look, I've got to go.
Mr. Goodall?
Yes. I've got a pretty good idea what this is about.
I'm bored. Not half as bored as we are, Sonny. Why don't you just give us a statement and save everybody a lot of trouble, eh?
What's taking the brief so long?
I called the hospital. She is still there.
It's worth a try, Jim. She fingered him for the assault. Try it on the videos.
Should have been him, not the car.
Just as well.
He messed up everything for us. Dad had all these plans. We let my mother know.
Oh, yeah, you can call her when we get back to stage.
I'd say why I did it in court. I'm going to make sure everyone knows about him.
Yeah, well, that's up to you.
He killed my dad. Was a smashed up car man.
He told me he was found not guilty.
Sort of blind his car had been stolen. Liar. His wife backed him up. Your lot was sick when he got off. Especially the nice one, Ron Smollett.
Oh.
It's great. Said Dad was just as much murdered as some yob who gets knifed in chucking out time. Difference is that's all fast cars and leather jackets, CID all over the place, yeah? My dad got 2 traffic cops and a tape measure.
Oh, Alistair, thanks for coming. Now, what's this about Smollett? Corrie tells me you were there.
Yeah, he took a tumble. Jim and I were after someone and he got there first.
He wasn't with you?
No, just appeared out of the blue.
And this was on the Woolston estate? Mm-hmm. He didn't say why he was there?
No. Mind you, I didn't ask. Just glad he was.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just going to find out.
Can't stop. I'm onto something you Reynolds, I hope.
Ah, good.
Can't you wait? His mum and dad are here.
It's you I want to see. Outside. We've arrested Paul Reynolds.
Oh. What's he said?
And we found the videos.
So you know then. He never got into any trouble before he met Paul.
No?
I thought if I told Paul Brian was doing him out of his share when he sold the videos on, then he wouldn't trust him no more. Wouldn't take him along.
You wanted to stop Brian thieving?
I didn't know Paul would turn nasty.
Well, he's well stopped now, isn't he?
He tells the court what he told us. It might help. I mean, he's never been in trouble before.
Do you think so?
Look, I don't know, Mrs. Rogers, but I'll try and sort out the paperwork. And then we can
Excuse me, I want to talk to someone.
What do you want?
Jack told me what happened. I'm sorry.
It's a bit late for sorry. From you or him.
He doesn't know I'm here. I've come to put things right.
It's too late to put things right.
All right, Mrs. Rogers, look. Why don't you sit over here and wait for Graham?
I want to make a statement. My name is Susan Goodall.
You were well out of line. You're supposed to be on a routine job, and instead you scuttle off for a cosy chat with some woman you've developed a relationship with.
Friendship, sir?
Whatever. But a woman you think might be involved in a crime you've been told about by another officer.
I had no reason to believe Mrs. Rogers was involved.
Why go and see her then?
Because I didn't want her just bumping into Goodall on the street without any warning.
On duty, you're a copper. Not a family friend, not a social worker.
There were special circumstances.
They don't sound special to me. You thought a man was guilty and the court didn't.
He was. We all knew it on the case. All two of us. Oh, plus one other when he could be spared from more important duties.
Look, Ron, sit down. You're doing a good job as collator. It can't have been easy, adjusting.
Filing cabinets and crime sheets. After 20 years of broken bodies and... It's a piece of cake, sir.
We were staying with Jack's mother. She was ill. We had a row, a real screaming match. Oh, I don't have to say what about, do I?
No, not if you don't want to.
I'd had a couple of vodkas, but I wasn't drunk. I was angry. I grabbed the keys and took the car. I had some idea about going home and smashing things. I was driving too fast when I saw them. He did step out without looking, but I was going too fast, and I only had my side lights on. When he...
Well, can I get you a glass of water? Or a cup of tea?
I want to get it out. It's been 3 years now, and not a day goes by. When I collided with him, I thought he'd been knocked over to one side, but then I felt the car go over something. That's what I remember most. And, for a moment, stupid thing, trying to convince myself that it was something else, cardboard boxes, I don't know. I didn't stop, I think, because in a moment I was round the corner and everything was normal. You know, a man walking a dog, someone coming out of an off-licence, just like nothing had happened. Then it turned real. I parked in the side street and there was a bus coming along the main road, so I got that. I'd taken the keys from the car, but I hadn't locked it. So Jack said if someone gets the number and they come, then we'd say that it must have been stolen and that we'd been in all evening. His mother was upstairs in bed, she wouldn't know. They assumed it was Jack from the beginning. I couldn't believe it when they put him in the identity parade and that taxi driver picked him out. Mistakes happen, I suppose. But we had a very good lawyer. And Jack always had great faith in British justice.
He'd picked up a fare answering Goodall's description near the scene. It was the right time, and he dropped him near where Goodall was staying. But I wanted to make sure that we got a result, so I did a stupid thing. I brought the cabbie in while Goodall was being interviewed.
So, before the ID parade, the witness just happened to see you with Goodall to let him know who to pick.
It all came out in court. The brief took me to pieces. Goodall should have been done. And it was my fault that he wasn't.
About this afternoon, didn't you think the son might be responsible?
When Mrs. Rogers told me where he was working, yeah. But I didn't have a chance to do anything.
So if you hadn't got involved with the Reynolds incident, you would have passed that information on?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
About time. Is the brief here?
She's been delayed.
You're wasting your time, then. I ain't saying nothing.
That's up to you. You're about to be charged.
Oh, yeah?
I've been hospital visiting. I met a friend of yours.
He wouldn't say nothing.
Who wouldn't? Brian Grant, who you've never heard of.
He didn't need to, Paul. I had a chat with his girlfriend. Slick.
You can tell her from me if she said anything.
Shut up and sit down. Sit down. Sit down. There's a good boy.
And don't call people names. It's not nice.
You're up, Ron. Might never happen.
It just did.
It's only a sprain, isn't it? Worst troubles at sea.
Oh, it's not the wrist. I've had far worse than this.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarge. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump down your throat. It's just that I tried to help someone, that's all. And, well, I thought I was acting for the best, and I ended up on the carpet.
You're Mrs. Rogers?
Eh?
Oh, Hollis mentioned it. Word to the wise, Ron. Don't get so involved. It's not worth it.
No, obviously.
And if you ever feel like talking things over, we're of an age, after all. Both been through the mill, eh?
Thanks, Sarge. Much appreciated.
Oh, Ron, I've just been talking to a Mrs. Goodall. Old case of yours, I believe.
Mrs. Goodall?
Can I drop you somewhere?
Norma's picking me up, thanks.
We're doing Reynolds for the GBH and the videos. He's as good as gold now. Thanks for earlier. I didn't say so.
Anytime. I heard what happened, Graham.
I wanted to get back here. It just built up.
I know you've had one shock today, but Goodall's wife has just made a statement. She was driving the car.
It was her.
Yeah, we were all wrong. I'm sorry. To both of you. I'll call.
Nice one, Ron.
Eh?
Heard you gallop to the rescue of CID. Great, eh? Back on the streets again, doing some real policing. See you later.